Hello brother, Italy back again with a second video for today. I actually was so hyped up about the Djokovic video, about the Patrick Materoglu comment that he did, that Djokovic will win between 25 to 30 Grand Slam titles, that I forgot to actually talk about the semifinals we have in Monte Carlo later today. By the way, the first match between David Fokina and Grigor Dimitrov is playing, and I don't know anything about the match, so don't say that you are cheating, Inter. You are seeing the match. No, I actually have not seen one single ball from that first match, which is between Alejandro Davidovich Fokina versus Grigor Dimitrov, and the second match is between Stefan Tsitsipas versus Alexander Zverev. Yeah, because I forgot to mention these two matches in the Djokovic video, so I will do a separate video about those two matches. Look, I think that the head-to-head between Grigor and Alejandro Davidovich Fokina is 1-0 to Fokina, and they have played only one time, that time was on clay, which Fokina won. So the head-to-head is 1-0 to Fokina. Fokina's confidence should be sky high. He just defeated the world number one, Novak Djokovic, even though the Novak Djokovic was not the best version of him that we saw. He was actually very, very bad with 51 unforced errors. And that is the thing with Novak, which I've said before, which I don't want to go too deep into that. Novak Djokovic, he can beat himself sometimes. He can do that. That is when I say that Nadal rarely never beats himself. Yeah, it has happened sometimes during a 20-year long career, but Djokovic does it more times than Nadal, that's for sure. And Federer, of course, he does it at much more times than both of these two chief rivals, Nadal and Djokovic, because Federer plays with much smaller margins and takes big cuts on the ball, much more big cuts than both Nadal and Djokovic. So obviously Federer will automatically he will beat himself much more times than what Djokovic and Nadal do. But anyway, Djokovic, he defeated himself. All credit to Davidovich Fokina when he defeated Djokovic that match. But with 51 unforced errors handling to your opponent, that will make your opponent's life very much easier defeating you, which Davidovich Fokina did. Anyway, all credit to Davidovich Fokina. His confidence should be sky high. And now he's in the semifinals after he defeated Djokovic, who won 2 more matches, if I'm not mistaken. And now he is in the semifinals and will take on Grigor Dimitrov. Grigor Dimitrov, who has been a roller coaster player the last couple of years. He can disappear for 3-4 months, 6 months, 8 months, then he can do a good tournament, and then he will disappear for 8 more months, so you never know where you have the dude. But he's not alone. We have a lot of inconsistency machines on the ATP Tour, to say the least. So he has a big company, Grigor Dimitrov. Anyway, I will go with Davidovich Fokina here. I think that the match that he won against Djokovic, even though Djokovic was really horrible in my opinion, he especially in his legs, where Djokovic's tank was really empty in the third set, could not hang in with David Fokina from baseline, and was physically drained. I think that victory that David Fokina got from Djokovic, that will give him a boost of confidence going into the match with Grigor Dimitrov, and I think that he will defeat Grigor Dimitrov. That is my feeling, but I'm not sure, because these predictions in tennis, they are so difficult making, guys. These matches are more or less so close and so even that both of the players can win the match. It is even Steven. It is a toss-up, really. But I will go with David Fokina. I think he will go through, and I think he will play his first ever Masters 1000 final. He's playing his first ever Masters 1000 semi-final now already, so I think he will take one more step and play his first ever Masters 1000 final. We know that Grigor Dimitrov has played Masters 1000 final before, when he won Cincinnati a couple of years ago. So I think Fokina takes out Grigor Dimitrov and makes it to the final. Then we have the other match, the second semi-final, which is the blockbuster one between Tsitsipas versus Alexander Sasha Zverev, who, by the way, in my opinion, Zverev should not even play tennis. It is unbelievable that ATP Tour let him play and didn't ban him for several months. That is insane, but that is another topic. What he did in Mexico a couple of months ago was, I was so angry and I was so upset because I really don't fancy rude people, people who threat, people who are bad, who shows bad behavior, and Zverev really showed bad behavior in that Acapulco tournament a couple of months ago, to say the least, and they let him play. They just fined him some money or things like that. He's a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire. Do you think he cares that they fined him some couple of dollars? They are coffee money for him, for God's sakes. They are coffee money! So he really is lucky that he's playing tennis in the first place. It is unbelievable that they didn't ban him for several months, what he did. For God's sakes, he almost hit that chair umpire's foot. He almost hit him on the foot. Anyway, Alexander Zverev will take on Stefan Tsitsipas. They have faced each other 9 times, if I'm not mistaken. I think the head-to-head is 6-3 to Stefan Tsitsipas, if I'm not mistaken. And they have faced each other 2 times on clay, and those 2 times has Stefan Tsitsipas won both of those times. Stefan Tsitsipas, who, by the way, he escaped like Houdini against Diego Schwartzman yesterday's quarterfinal. That was a big effort, and that was a gladiator victory from Stefan Tsitsipas when he was down in the 3rd set, love 4 down, with double break down against Diego Schwartzman, but he miraculously turned that around and won 6 straight games and won the 3rd set 6-4. So that is a big achievement from Stefan Tsitsipas. Unbelievable effort, to say the least. So he should also have a sky-high confidence, exactly like Davidovich Fokina should have against Grigor Dimitrov. So, look, when it comes to clay, I had Stefan Tsitsipas going to the final before this tournament started. I believe that we will have the final between Tsitsipas and Djokovic. We all know what happened to Djokovic. He acted Santa Claus against Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. But Stefan Tsitsipas is still in the draw. He's in the semifinal, and Zverev has not had the greatest season so far in the 2022 season. And it is the same thing with Stefan Tsitsipas. Actually, he has not had the greatest season either, but little better than Zverev, in my opinion, because he has at least played a semifinal in a major, like he did in Australian Open earlier this year, Tsitsipas. And clay is a surface that Tsitsipas prefers. Zverev actually also. But in my opinion, Tsitsipas has a better clay court game than Zverev. He has a weak backhand, in my opinion. Tsitsipas, you can hurt him there. He doesn't do a lot of winners with his backhand. He can shank a lot of balls. He can do a lot of unforced Tsitsipas. But he has time to go around on this surface, because clay is the slowest surface we have in tennis. And he has a great serve plus game. Tsitsipas, he can hurt you immediately after his first serve. So, he has a better serve plus game than Zverev, in my opinion, Tsitsipas. He goes around and hits his forehand better than Zverev, in my opinion. He has a better second serve than Zverev, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, Tsitsipas is a better clay court player than Zverev. That is how I feel. That's why they have faced each other 2 times on clay, and Tsitsipas has won both of those 2 occasions. So I will say Tsitsipas goes through here. And we will have a final between Alejandro Davidovich Fokina versus Stefanos Tsitsipas. Tsitsipas, who is, by the way, the defending champion. He won his only maiden Master 1000 title in Monte Carlo last year. So I think Davidovich Fokina will come through in 3 sets against Grigor Dimitrov. And I think that Tsitsipas will also come through in 3 sets against Alexander Sasha Zverev, because Zverev's and Tsitsipas matches are usually very close, and mostly of their matches go to a deciding set both on hard courts and on clay. So I think we'll have a final between Tsitsipas and Davidovich Fokina, but I'm not super confident in both of these predictions because to predict tennis matches nowadays, it is a toss-up. It is really a toss-up challenge. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace.